Hello! Oh, I see there's a few in tonight. How are you all doing? I've got Fix on the line. He's standing by. But before we jump to Fix, I'll do a few quick hellos. So the plan tonight is just to have a chat with Fix, really. He's shared one of his sites with me, a site that he picked up a little while ago from someone in income school, I believe, but he'll tell us all about it. And we're going to be giving him our opinion, our comments and ideas. I've got a few ideas, but I'm sure you guys will have too. But anyway, let's start at the top. So Helen, you were a bit late picking up the link. I don't think so. You're earlier than me. Good to see you. Mark is in. Mark Booby. R7 Eagle. Jim Harris. Good to see you, Jim. By the way, how's the lighting tonight? I've been messing around with my lighting again. Seems okay. Let me know if the sound or lighting is off in any way. Steve Mac, good to see you. A lot of regulars in tonight. Josh, you're going to love some of Fix's t-shirts tonight. I think he's taken our idea in terms of putting funny affiliate-based slogans on t-shirts. We'll also mention Prime Day or whatever. Is that today? That's tomorrow. A lot of people are getting excited about Prime Day. I've not really thought about it or done anything towards it, but I know a lot of people are thinking about it. Who else have we got in? We got Justin, good to see you. Phil, good to see you. And Chris from Niche Safari is in as well. Good to see you. So loads of regulars in. If I didn't say hello, then I'll try and say hello as we go on. Hello J5 and hello David. David asks if I've had a haircut and a tan. I've definitely had a haircut. Not sure about the tan. I have just changed the white balance on my light. Look, if I do this, look, I get kind of paler and bluer. I don't know, do you prefer me more blue or more yellow? Just let me know. We can adjust the ambient temperature of the light as we go. But yeah, this is another COVID haircut from my wife. She's getting a little bit better, I think. I've nearly got my money back on the clippers, and then I might be able to go back to the barber. Who knows? Marketing Ghost is in. Boo to you too. Go blue. Jim says he likes a bit of the blue. Okay, we'll go a little blue. But anyway, let's get Fix on. Let's have a chat. He's been on the channel before. It was a while back, and I was asking him about income school and how that was all going, so I will ask him about that again. Fix has got a fantastic YouTube channel. You'll find a link to it in the description of this stream, and do go check him out. He's got about 1,000 subs, and his video, he's upped his games on his video. I watched a few today. They're really good. He's got one on John Cristani that you've got to go and watch. It's really funny. His editing is good, and he's got new camera and everything. It's a whole nother level. He's also a streamer. You occasionally catch him live, and yeah, go check him out. It's in the link. It's in the description. I mean, the link is. Let's go. Transition time. Hey, there you are.
How's it going, Alex? Hello, everybody.
You're live
I
on.
can get rid of the video.
On WP Eagle, please do not swear. Although you can if you want. So yeah,
keep it out afterwards. This shirt's for Alex. I figured he would like, because he doesn't do ads on his
no,
site.
I'm not a big fan of display ads, but as I said to Fix, after this live stream, I've got a call with Izoic, so we'll see. Maybe they'll change my mind on display ads.
Yeah.
But yeah, Josh, who's in the chat, we had an idea of putting some funny slogans on onto t-shirts. So You've already beaten us to that anyway. So how's things?
This is it. This is the extent of it. It's just a few things that say suck, so it's not too
You have
bad.
blogging sucks as well, do you? Is that another one I saw?
Yeah, I have blogging does not suck as well. Depends who's. In case I do more of these streams, I can make sure I choose the right shirt.
So yeah, how's things?
Things are going well. Yeah, it's been. I think it's like a year and a half. It was February. I think it was sometime around February 2019, and I had basically just gotten into this. And I think we're looking to have somebody on from income school, and I was one of the few who had made.
Came on.
Yeah.
And are you still an income school member?
Yeah, but I really don't do anything. Like they do their memberships for over a year. I've since kind of become part of a small Discord community, which has really helped push me even further. So, yeah, I mean, they launched me into this world, and now I'm just.
So you're not going to be renewing?
No.
I mean, they still put out some interesting videos and things. I'm sure you catch them on YouTube.
Yeah, I think their YouTube game is like something. I think they really like came in here with a really good YouTube game. I think they were trying to think of what are a lot of affiliate marketers not doing.
Yeah.
So they do like that more YouTube-y type video.
They do. So yeah, what kind of sites are you running at the moment? We're going to have a look at one of your pet niche sites in a few moments. But what else have you got on the go?
So I just started a new one in June. The initial intention, it's an outdoor one. I followed on my channel, livingtheoutdoorlife.com. Ironically, I spend all day indoors working on that site.
Yeah, no, we're not allowed outside anymore because of the COVID.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, so what's that going to cover? Like camping and walking and hiking and fishing?
Yeah, so I had Chris Douche Safari, Carl Broadbent. I always get mixed up on that, and I can't remember if there was more. Do like keyword research for me, and so I put up a bunch of articles right at the beginning, and seeing where Google's taking it. Right now, Google's really liking what I'm doing on patio heaters, specifically. If they can be left indoors or not is the post that took off. Left outdoors.
Can they be left outdoors?
Yes, but you should use my affiliate link in the post to get yourself a cover for it.
A cover, perfect.
Yeah.
I always felt guilty whenever I sat underneath an outdoor heater. That you're just kind of burning gas or burning electric just to heat the outside, which
it's the Western dream.
Is not very efficient. You insulate your house, you do all the right things inside, and then you go and just try and heat your garden up with gas. That's fine. I'd much prefer a chimney or a fire pit. So yeah, I think we should jump into your site. I'm going to see if I can do this. I can put your site on the left and maybe put your site on the left and leave you on the right hand side of the screen. Let's see if we can do that.
Because you're using Discord can be pretty good for screen sharing, in case this doesn't work.
Okay. Let me just. Okay, that kind of works. Can people still hear you? Say something.
Yeah. Chris asked what was written on the back. There we go. That's. I don't have the YouTube money yet, so this is all a very budget operation. I don't have the YouTube money.
That's perfect. Well, so you can see my screen. Let me see if I can just do this. So then, there we are. I think we're all good, are we? Maybe I can move you over there.
Awesome.
Good. There may have been a bit of echo there, Dave, because I was just testing the sound in a very amateur way by turning it up on my iPad over here. I can probably turn that up a bit and turn this up a little bit, and then we should be good. So this is your site, sirdoggy.com.
Yes.
What a fantastic domain name. Tell us a little bit about the background. You picked it up from an income school member, yeah.
Yeah, I was on the Income School community forum. I think it's like Discord, whatever. It was their community forum, and I had just been on at the right time because this site would have been snatched up by somebody else. He wanted to sell his dog site for $500. It had been around, so that was like February, March. It had been around. It was started in August 2018. So it aged a little bit, 20 posts. It had 50 in drafts, like very budget posts, like 2 cents a word. And it had already made like $20. And so I had some money laying around and I figured I might as well buy up a second site.
Yeah. So yeah, when you bought it, I've got the notes here that you sent over. You, it had 100, oh no, so it had, how many bits of content? I don't know if you told, about 20 posts, yeah. But now you've built it up to about 125 pieces of content. Is that right?
Yeah, I think it's pretty right around 130 now. So I have 10 new posts going on there a month.
Wow. Is the sound okay now? There was getting a bit of an echo, but I think I've fixed that.
There's an echo. Okay.
Is that gone now? Please let me know in the chat if there's an echo or not.
Because I'm hearing the Skype audio. So those are some very impressive filters you got running through that.
Yeah, you need to mute one of them, either the Skype or me. Okay, it's good. David says it's good. Perfect. I will get my head around this Ecamm live sometime. So, It's running Acabado. Someone's already spotted that. How are you finding that theme?
Oh, I'm so used to it now. It's a little janky once you start putting other stuff on it. So I have Amalinx Pro on there and a Zoic, and that's caused issues before of primarily like Zoic messing with the images loading in like showcase boxes. Other than that, I like it for. You can make it look pretty good too. Josh is really good at tweaking that stuff. There
Josh is
was
the Acabado expert, isn't he?
Well, he started Acrobato theme, but Income School told him to shut it down, even though he was helping tons of people.
Yeah, that's
So
a bit of a
there's
sore point. I didn't want to mention that, but yeah,
it should be mentioned.
yeah, no, should
I'm
I,
sure,
why
I'm sure
why
they
on
have
earth did
their
they do that? He was actually being really helpful, wasn't he?
incredibly helpful, and from my point of view, that it was in the same spirit of what that community is. I mean, he had a Zoic on it. He was earning a little bit of ads. I guess they're just want to aggressively protect any sort of potential trademark
Yeah, but
issues
it's
in the
not a
future.
trademark, is it? I don't think it is. It's a word.
Uh, yeah, and from what Josh said, there's not even anything registered or anything like that. So
But I guess he
yeah,
did shut it down out of it because he's a good guy.
yeah,
Okay, well, that did leave a bit of a bitter taste in my mouth as well when I heard that.
yeah,
I don't use the theme myself, but I knew that Josh was definitely helping a lot of people. And R7, who's also in the chat, he's a income school. He was an income school regular, and he wasn't too impressed with that either. So they may have done that, but it hasn't reflected well on them. So but let's move on from that. You're running Ezoic ads.
yes,
And you're saying that's pulling in around $70 a month?
yeah. Let me double check. It's gone up since Josh had a video about optimizing. We should just get Josh on here. Optimizing Ezoic's ad placements, and that's really boosted the EPMV for it. So I'll just check for the last 30 days.
So what does that do?
You can optimize placements, play around with certain things within Ezoic and where their ads are going to appear and how they run their testing. I'm sure I'm saying
Okay.
some of this wrong, which can in turn like boost up how much you earn from ads by just
Okay.
optimizing where they're placed and everything.
So yeah, $70 from ads. Amazon at the moment is between 100 and 200 a month, roughly. Is
Yeah,
it?
post
And
COVID.
yeah, and you're hitting around 8,000 page views.
Yes. And I thought at one point I was on HostGator. I thought that might have been an issue that they were not letting it go past a certain amount because I was on like the baby plan. I completely forgot about that. But it's on
Yeah.
SiteGround. It's been on SiteGround for over a month. So I don't think that was an issue for traffic unless
No.
that takes a bit of time.
Okay, so well, I had a look around the site earlier today. I've got a few comments and points. My first comment was that the site appears to be a little bit slow. I haven't run it through Google PageSpeed score, and
Oh, that's fine.
like now, so I've just done a refresh there, and we can see that there is quite a delay in the images and stuff coming up. There we go. That was a
Yeah.
good 10 seconds before it fully rendered. So I don't know if that's Ezoic. I don't want to say anything, but there's a little bit of a speed issue there.
Yeah.
So I guess you could. Are you running anything like WP Rocket or anything like that?
No, once you have a Zoic on there, you can't. It's best to get rid of something like Rocket.
They have their own speedy thing, don't they?
Yeah, I have like Site Speed Accelerator on there.
Okay, well that's not quite accelerating as much with Phil, who is my server expert. He says he's seen that kind of delay on Acabado sites before. Acabado, I don't even know how to say it, but he's seen that before. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, Josh says you can't use WP Rocket, which is a shame. I love WP Rocket.
Yeah, I had it on when I started that new site, and it was crazy how fast it was getting.
Never mind. So that's my first comment. The second comment, and this kind of goes with your t-shirt, is ads on the homepage. There was a big ad that I think that was appearing up here for me, but it seems to have gone now. But yeah, with this kind of hover ad and whatever, but I'm starting to come to terms with ads a bit more, because a lot of people, you just want to make money, don't you? That's the end of the day. That's the end of the day. While we're in this game, we want to make money. and putting ads on the homepage does definitely increase your revenue. So it was just a comment that, you know, I'm not a big fan of ads on the homepage, but, you know, I'm coming around to it. My other few points were, I noticed that a few of your posts seem to be kind of answering questions. In fact, a lot of them are answering questions, which is fantastic. I think that's a great way to write posts. And if we take a look at, for example, this one, Are Huskies Good Guard Dogs? So again, there's that little delay where the image is...
Yeah, it's pretty big delay.
Yeah. Coming up. It seems to be loading lots of ads.
This isn't good right before your Zoic call too.
Well, no, maybe it is good before my Zoic call, so I can ask them, what have you done to fix his site? It's running Acabado. You know Acabado gets 100 out of 100 on Google PageSpeed? That's what they say anyway. Now, I notice you've done this in a few posts, but not on this particular one. So people are obviously searching on Google for Are Huskies Good Guard Dogs? And on a few of your posts, you've then kind of repeated the question and then answered the question in bold, which is, I think, is a great way to get the snippet and get that kind of the answer to appear on Google. But not on this post. So I'm just wondering if you need to maybe go through a few of your posts and make sure that you've got that. Let me go back to the Pugs one. I think the Pugs one you have are Pugs Hypergenics. And by the way, Huskies don't make good guard dogs, do they? They're too friendly.
No. Yeah, they're not suspicious enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, and these are the I probably didn't thorough enough because these are like a new Fiverr writer that's doing 10 a month for the site.
Oh, okay. See here, you kind of got it. You got the question. You got question, but then probably this should be all bold, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And bold the question as well if I'm trying to get that snippet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. Carl Broadbent is an expert at these kind of getting these snippets and things. The interesting thing is actually when you do a search for this, let's do this on Google. Google just give you this answer. No. Where have they got that from? That's not even like a snippet. It's just like, no. Move along. That's it. The question's answered.
People still want to know more, especially dog people.
Yeah, that's true. And the other thing I noticed after doing the search is there's a lot of sites that are just pug. They're just pug sites. Which kind of, I mean, I've seen so many dog sites. It's unbelievable. It seems to be like the most popular niche in the world, probably. Did that not worry you a little bit with this site, that it's kind of competitive and every man and their dog has one of these sites?
Well, I'm on the fence. Like almost, I go back and forth almost on a weekly basis of how long do I actually want to try to grow this site? Because now it's like I don't really enjoy much working on the site at all. And at first it excited me because it was like, oh, this is actually like a competitive niche. That means there could be money involved. But like ever since working more consistently on it, anytime I even get like a number, I had the #1 ranking for best dog food for tear stains. And there was like 3 months where I was just selling tons of dog food. And then a bigger site just comes along and eats that up with like 3 backlinks right off the back.
I mean, the interesting thing is, I mean, because there is some other bigger players in this space, and I did an interview yesterday, actually, I put it up, and that was a chat with a guy called Mo, and he bought a pet site as well, and he built it up, he did some outreach, and one of the other bigger affiliate sites just literally came in and said, we want to buy your site, and all they did, once they bought it, was just redirect all of his work over to their site. So, I mean, build up a few links to the site, then it's going to be valuable to one of these bigger sites, and they might just buy it and redirect it or whatever. Maybe. Yeah, you could use it, that kind of thing.
I would definitely want to sell it in the future. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's valuable, and I think other people in this space would be interested in it. Talking of pugs, I noticed that you don't have all the breeds on your menu.
Not yet. No, that's still a working. That whole menu's pretty scuffed.
Yeah. Because I think probably the best way to approach this is in a kind of silo approach, where you kind of maybe do a whole load of pug stuff, have a whole pug section, a whole husky section, and just maybe approach it that way. Because this dogs is so broad, isn't it? It's so broad. But interesting. Okay. What else? Oh, by the way, with the Husky question, you are ranking. I did see
Oh, I just posted that.
your site. I'm sure I saw your site. Are Huskies good? There it is.
I have
can't
two.
type.
I have very strange number ones for this site.
It wasn't a number one, but I definitely saw you on here. Maybe I am on Google UK here, so I don't know if that makes any difference.
Okay.
Oh, maybe I didn't. Maybe it was the pug one. I definitely searched for you a couple of times, and I did see you. But it's obviously always great to do a search and just have a look and see what's coming up. So the top one, it has got the snippet here. They've got a very similar answer to yourself. But again, they've done it right here. They've got the question and then they've got the bold here. They're using Acabado. Is this Acabado? It is, isn't it? Acabado.
I've come across so many. There's a lot of P24s doing dogs and pets.
Yeah, it seems that every income school member, the first site they do is a dog site or a pet site. I mean, these guys have just done pets. I mean, whatever. But they're ranking well, and they've got the question. They've nailed the question. The thing that they don't have, and also the thing that you don't have, is a table of contents on the post. Is there a reason for that, or is it just something that you don't want to do, or you've forgotten, or?
I just never got into them, and then now I'm like, you kind of get comfortable just doing things the way that you do them.
Yeah.
And I think part of it is just I would never use one in a blog post, or it never stands out to me. But it's not that I'm against them. It's just I don't even consider them at all.
I mean, there is a theory that they might be good for SEO because you get kind of these internal jump links and stuff. And you can add one with a plugin. I mean, it can do it automatically. Just pick up your header tags and put them into a table.
Try it out.
What is this? This is one of their ads. How specific is that? I mean, if you own or are thinking of acquiring a Maine Coon cat, how many of their visitors that come landing on a question about a Siberian Husky are...
Yeah, I mean, the point of that's built into the Acabado. It's supposed to be like an anti-bounce. It looks like something from the 90s internet, to be honest. And they probably just haven't gone back to, like, the site owners probably just haven't updated to a more sort of across the board type post. I'm not sure you could turn that into like a very strict affiliate post.
Josh is saying that this used to be a site that was all about Maine Coons, which I've never heard of a Maine Coon cat before. But
yeah, didn't know
that. Okay. They had to change it because it was tied to a derogatory word. I see that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I see that. Now, if I just kind of demonetize this video by even saying that cat, maybe. Interesting. Okay, let's go back to your site. The other thing, I don't know. You probably have to ask the guys at Income School this, but I'm sure this is something that they said that, when you've got a question like this, are Huskies good guard dogs? And is this like a 2,000 word post or a 1,500 word post?
Yeah, it's probably around 12 to 1,500.
You're kind of talking about, it is all kind of related. But then it goes on and answers these other random questions like, are Huskies more dangerous than pit bulls? Which you'd think would maybe make another article. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree.
But it's... I just don't... Sometimes I think that we write articles long because we feel that we have to, even though they don't need to be.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah, that could have definitely been like... I know Carl's doing a lot of stuff with like 750 word posts. That would have been a better opportunity for that.
Yeah.
Because there was like near the end kind of just like, well, since you're still here, I might as well talk about
just every kind of stuff. Yeah, we've got a table on Husky stuff and whatever. Or whether you kind of do the kind of a big long post that's like the ultimate guide to Huskies, and then you kind of answer all these questions in it. But I don't know whether the chances of ranking for the individual questions are then become a little bit, lower.
So I did over the summer, I outsourced a bunch of like ultimate guide posts, so I'm going to see how those do.
Yeah, that would, they take a lot more work, but if you can get a couple of links to them, they can rank really well. And that's kind of it. I thought that you need to probably add a lot more breeds, but then that can go on forever, couldn't it? With this niche, in terms of there's so many dog breeds and whatnot.
In terms of creating a better sort of content plan moving forward, I do think like thinking silo around breeds would make things a lot easier.
Yeah.
Because right now I just have this. I'm using Keyword Finder just because I ended up getting it for an extended period of time. And I just have this giant list of just random dog posts. So when it comes time each month to order, I'm just like picking off these random posts without any sort of clear idea.
Yeah.
How it's all going to tie in.
So you mentioned you're using a writer on Fiverr. How's that going?
I've been enjoying it. I don't think I've tried anywhere else. I did a few, like Project 24 people will start a content agency type thing. Well, first they start like they're writing it all. Then they'll outsource maybe to someone they know. And then they just become like a middle person between them and like a bunch of cheap writers. So I've used those, but once they get popular, they just jack up the price. So it just becomes not worth it.
Yeah.
Especially when you're get used to paying less.
But did you have to go through lots of different writers on Fiverr to find a good one, or have you just got lucky and?
I've been recommended 2 that have worked out. That's probably the best way to go. And I took I'll just take a chance sometimes. So this one was I write specifically to dog blog posts. I thought that's interesting.
Okay,
I'm sure they're probably like efficient. And then we just worked out a deal. Don't ever, if you're trying to find people, don't ever within the Fiverr ecosystem, like within their chat system, ask them to work off of Fiverr, because Fiverr can pick that up and give you a warning. They're like Big Brother. Yeah, you got to include.
Have you done that firsthand or not? Is that just a tip that someone?
Yeah, somebody like they experienced that. So they said just if you're do a few jobs if you want to hire them out there, because it can benefit both of you without that fee. Include it in like a document. So if you're giving them like a Word document with instructions for a post, you can include it, like just highlight it all red. Becomes like kind of undercover kind of.
Yeah. Sue says that I've been trainer shopping, or sneaker shopping, I should say. I haven't actually, but JD is a competitor of one of my clients, so I've been visiting their site, and that's why I guess I'm seeing these ads. Or I've been visiting my client's site, and they just know that I've been looking at trainer sites. Which is, that's the thing about Ezoic and all these ads. So my last thing was that on this one, I saw that there was a possible link opportunity. Yeah, here. There's some Quora questions, obviously loads of Quora questions on dogs and stuff. I don't know if you've had any luck with Quora. I mean, you've seen John Cristani. He just says post a couple of affiliate links on Quora and that's it, $1 million a month.
Boom.
But as a way of link building back to your site, I mean, this question's got 7 answers, so you'd have to do something impressive to get a good answer on here. But,
yeah,
just a thought.
I should. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to. I think I forgot to mention. I hired a Pinterest VA for 4 or 5 months.
Okay, how did that go?
Not well. Wasted a bunch of money.
Oh.
I mean, I know it takes time, but like the more I got excited about it, I know Carl had some like good success. I think his niche probably lended better to it. But yeah, I mean, they take care of everything, and so I had to get Tailwind as well.
So what did they do?
They create 20 pins a month and schedule everything to do with Tailwind, and then they start joining tribes and which, I mean, I don't know anything about Pinterest, so that was probably like that. Looking back, if I don't even know anything, you can't just throw money at it and think it's just gonna like explode. So looking back, it probably would have been a better idea just to use. It was like 120 a month for that. I could have just paid someone to make a few YouTube videos. Those at least have the potential to take off. Yeah.
But I guess you got to see the pins and everything they did you?
Yeah, you can look at it. It's pinterest.com/SirDoggy. Is that it?
Okay. Let's have a look.
And so after it was a month 4, and it's been like almost $500, and I get like 200 clicks to my website. And I'm like, geez, there's a good chance it stays this way for months on end.
The pins don't look too bad.
Oh, their pins are great, yeah.
I mean, what I would do with these is you could put these on the site.
Yeah, I've been trying as I go through and fix up some older posts. So I have some of the posts have the pins in there.
And I mean, they obviously do all link back to the site, don't they? So it's a lot of links. That looks yummy. But I tend to do it. I mean, I need to pin a few more. But yeah, as out of habit now, on every single post that I put up, I always do the Pinterest graphic myself. Always add it to the post, and then if I remember, I do try and pin them. What good that's doing, I don't know. I don't get a lot. I get like next to no traffic to the site from Pinterest.
Yeah.
But I do hear some people having some great success with the whole tribes thing and the whole Pinterest thing. But you say maybe it's better suited to certain niches or niches.
Yeah, I remember like searching that a few times. There's definitely some niches that do better, and I don't know. I think there's just benefit to actually like understanding that platform before you're using it. I have no idea. I never use Pinterest. I don't see why. Like I don't see the lure of it. It doesn't make any sense to me.
No.
But whereas YouTube, like I could have put that time and money into making like, I've seen a few of competitor sites. They'll have like a little offshoot YouTube channel. It's faceless, and that has potential over time to actually like earn money separately if it.
Yeah, and
got,
drive traffic and all the rest of it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, you could easily put some videos together just with like a little bit of music, maybe some text, some B-roll type footage, and I don't know. I paid the Hoff. You heard of the Hoff? To do some videos on the roof boxes, and yeah, they weren't that good. But hey, but I also paid a WP Eagle viewer who's disappeared. I don't know what's happened to him. I do hope he's okay. But I've not heard from him for a long time. He doesn't reply to my Skype or anything. But he made some fantastic videos like this. The one on the homepage. Let me quickly just put that up. This one with like loads of B-roll footage and music and just really cool. And you could get one of them off Fiverr, I'm sure, for not too much money.
Yeah.
And you can add them to your site, and they drive your traffic, and you can create a YouTube channel, all that stuff. Anyway, who's got some questions? The chat is buzzing. Let's put up a few comments. Easy Spaniel Training. Steve asks, or says that
I'll see you on the battlefield, Steve.
Yeah, he's niched down into Spaniels.
Yeah, I
he
think
says he gets some traffic
YouTube,
from Cora. You may have seen him. I did an interview with him on my channel a while back.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. And I checked out his YouTube after. Yeah, that's like he's doing it right.
And Walt here has a question. Thinking it over, what has been the best money spent developing or promoting your sites? Because you've obviously been dabbling with a few things with writers, with Pinterest, VAs and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, just content, and like the more I've done, I remember even ordering like it was a KGR pack. The main thing behind it was just I was trying to find super easy keywords. So I think that's the main thing until you can find an opening. That's been the biggest payoff, is just content that actually ranks in page one and brings in views.
Yeah. So you mentioned Carl's service. That was a good investment, was it?
Yes. Yeah, I did Carl as well. Oh yeah. I didn't do it specifically for the dog site. That was for the outdoor site.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, investing in some good keyword tools or a good keyword service, and then, I mean, I think if you've got any money, just spend it on writers, on good content, because that's really what the site's all about, isn't it? It's the content, and the more content you've got, the more chance you've got of hitting a keyword that's got low competition, that allows you to rank well, and that brings you in some good traffic.
So I'm using Keyword Finder now because a few months back bought it for a year. So one thing that's been helpful for finding like easier to rank for keywords is I'm able to like reverse engineer a site, so I can search that domain. If it's a big enough site, it'll tell me everything they're ranking for, and then I just skim the lower competition links. So I'm sorry if there's other Project 24s here. I do that with your site.
Sites, yeah. So will that clearly show you the opportunities there, or do you have to do some kind of number crunching yourself?
It's still good to look at like the SERP, but it'll show me like for the keyword, it shows me what's going on with the SERP. It uses their metrics for how well, I mean, for how much you can trust them is kind of up in the air. It gives you like an estimate search volume, which is often way off.
Yeah, you
But
can't
it's
always
also,
trust them numbers. Yeah.
yeah, but it gives me an easy way. It's just convenience. You don't need a tool like that. It's just convenient. And now that I'm used to doing that, that's how they suck you in because they just make everything
Easy.
convenient. I have my little lists and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I don't think I've really used that tool. It sounds interesting. Hello, Femi. Good to see you. You're a bit late to the party, but that's fine. Josh asked, does the dog insurance link earn anything? Where's the dog insurance link? Or was that just
Yeah.
a...
Oh, that's my link. Yeah. And I mentioned it in some posts. Yeah. I usually do about one or two a month, and I get almost 50 Canadian for a conversion. It's actually not even a conversion. All they have to do is get a free quote. It requires them to put in uh, like address location, but no credit
Yeah.
card. So it's pretty easy to get if
Yeah, I
people
mean,
click.
I guess that kind of thing is where the money's at because you don't earn a lot on dog food, I guess, from Amazon or whatever.
No, and it's
But
so competitive.
50 for a sign up, that's a proper kind of CPA type offer, isn't it?
Yeah,
Um, Maybe you need to move it up the top somewhere
yeah.
because it's kind of down below the Ezoic stuff. Um, Maybe do you write any posts about insurance, that kind of stuff?
No, I've been meaning to do more specific to insurance, but on especially certain posts where it applies, I really tie it in to the beginning and end of text as to why they should click this link and check out dog insurance.
Mm,
People
okay.
are still suspicious. Like, I don't want to give people my mailing address and stuff like that.
Probably not a good idea. Now I have been looking at showers, so that'll be why that's up there. Um,
Okay.
I just wanted to bring the site up one more time. Just look at all these showers. If you didn't know that was an ad, you think, why on earth is there all these showers on this dog site? Because that looks like kind of like content. Oh, it's gone. I was just about to click on an ad then.
Oh man. Oh, yeah, I was gonna
Now I've seen
say
it.
feel free to click on all the ads you see.
Now I've seen an ad for a dress. Hmm. One thing I've noticed, or noticed that you haven't got, is you haven't got an affiliate disclosure.
Oh yeah, I took that out with keep it down, Alex. I made it very clear not to
The
get into
FDA are
that.
listening. Yeah. Where did that go?
I took it out because I was using ad inserter, and my
Okay.
intention was like, oh, I'm going to be fixing up some posts. So I've tagged affiliate posts. I'll put it in, and I just haven't gotten around to it.
Oh, well, do you need to manually go and edit to all the posts, do you, or something?
Some of them, yeah. There's a lot, especially the older ones. You can tell this is like somebody who is writing their first blog post and doesn't know what's going on. Like
Okay.
all the headers could be better optimized, and it's just yeah, they don't look particularly good. HTML tables that are all bad, and table press as well.
Okay. So you're going to add that when you go back through. That's fine. I'm
Yeah.
not worried. I mean, it's a big American thing anyway. I mean, over here we're not so worried about it, and I guess in Canada they're not either. But Amazon are quite strict on it now anyway.
I don't even think Canada's aware of it. To be honest, we're
Yeah.
usually a bit behind.
So Walt's got another question here. He asks, well, he says, it sounds like you've lost enthusiasm for this site, which I think is probably true. Does that make you think different about choosing a niche in the future? What niches or niches look good for you? So kind of two questions
Um,
there. Well, three questions.
so
Have you lost enthusiasm for this one? Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's hard to wake up in the mornings.
And be excited about this site.
Yeah, big time. I
So,
mean, I
yeah.
think that could. Oh, sorry.
No,
You
go
had a
on.
few
You
questions.
answer. So what would you do differently next time when you're choosing a niche?
So what I did do, like, so I've started a new site since my main idea was like I want higher priced items because like a lot of what I sell is between $5 and $20
Yeah, so there's
on the
not a lot of
dog
commission
site.
on that. Yeah.
No, it's brutal. It was bad enough before the change. Um, so yeah, it did make me think more about like where can I add in higher price stuff. But I mean, in terms of choosing a niche based on like my enthusiasm, if this site had it gone differently, had I done like obviously made better moves and worked harder and all that, had it like exploded and it's making like There was a P24 member I was talking to with his dog site. He was making 2,500 a month with ads. Had it done that, I'd probably be very enthusiastic about continuing the
Yeah,
dog
that's
site.
something that does motivate, is when a
Yeah.
site is doing well and flying. Okay, cool. By the way, I'd like to say hello to, there's a few members in using my custom emotes and emojis.
Oh, nice. I can't see them, can I? It's like,
If you're on YouTube, you can. I mean, Phil has been using a few. Who else? J5 is a member. WP Eagler official. Sue is
oh, there's an
also an
egg.
official WP Eagler.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, very exciting. We got channel memberships a few weeks ago, and there's at least 6 or 7 members now. So it's all very exciting. But there was
That's
actually,
awesome.
yeah, you'll be getting them on your channel soon. I need to rework the membership offerings. But for now, the $4.99, you get some fantastic emojis and a little egg next to them. None of your eggs have hatched yet. They will hatch into an eagle eventually.
That's amazing.
There was a comment about, I can't see who said it now, but someone said that it might be a good idea for you to go on to somewhere like Udemy, who have an affiliate program, and maybe promote dog courses. So when someone says, how do you train a dog to do whatever, rather than promoting Amazon products, whatever, you might get a better commission on training courses.
Yeah, so there is a ClickBank training course, which I think I've sold 3 in total. I mean, I think it's probably due to the landing page. And to be honest, like, you can get so many free tips on YouTube. I think that makes it harder for people. Like, that would have been more popular 15, 20 years ago on the internet, where it was like a pretty rare thing to get like your own dog training course. Now there's YouTube channels that do that. So I think that hurts it. Obviously,
Yeah.
I don't have as much traffic. I tried collecting emails and doing it that way. I just got sick of managing that. And
Yeah.
it didn't feel very authentic. And Udemy, I've done with a gaming site. The problem is most people buy when stuff is $20, which is like most of the time, and you only get like a few dollars commission. Whereas the ClickBank one, it's like a $30 commission on a $50 product,
Yeah. Well,
75%.
what is the product like? Is it any good?
Oh, I haven't checked it out. I keep meaning to get it. I mean, it seems okay. Not many people. I've only sold like less than 10 in total.
Okay. Right, I need to just quickly say that there's been 3 people join the membership, just as I mentioned it. I was
Whoa.
no way plugging it. So for that, we have to
What,
pay the horn,
wait,
obviously.
sorry, I'm a bit confused. Alice, which membership are you talking about?
The membership, the special, you get access to the private videos. But
Let me
yes,
bring up
thank
the
you.
notes you sent me about that.
Yeah, Dave Smith, welcome to the posse. Josh, you've been around here long enough. Thank you. You're now officially signed up. And Influ Rocket, welcome. Your egg will hatch eventually. I really appreciate the membership there. Also, Josh has got a YouTube channel which you should all check out. I've not checked it out myself. I didn't even know Josh had a YouTube channel. But Phil has put a link up to that. I think it's called Pro Blogger Income. Have you seen Josh's channel, Fix?
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. He's got a good. He imported all of his Akabata stuff over there too.
Okay, and
He's still doing screencasts. He's nervous about doing the full deal.
yeah, well, he'll have Ricky around his house or whatever, Put down that Akabado. So yeah, enjoy your new emojis. You'll be able to find them in the custom emojis, and yeah, we'll give one more horn for that. JP says ClickBank is awful. He gets so many refunds.
Yeah, I don't like ClickBank. I don't like their user interface. It just, if you feel I don't know. Perhaps he relates. You can kind of feel scummy on there because it's like full of just so much like junk and trash.
Yeah, and all of the sales pages are like long,
Yeah.
brainwashing kind of copy type pages, which I didn't believe that they worked back in like 2000, but they're still doing them. I mean, do people read them? I guess they do. I don't know. Sue says, can we post links as members? I don't know. Sue's eggs hatched. Sue has got the eagle.
Whoa.
I think that's a
Does it
first.
hatch live?
No,
Oh.
I think it just changes sometime. I don't know, but I think you've been. I mean, you've been a member for a month, Sue. I think something like that. Well, thank you. Question. Well, I love your questions. Thank you. You're keeping the stream going. Is there any place that you've been surprised that it was so easy to make money? Where do you think the easy low hanging fruit is? I think that's a question for John, isn't it? Is there any low hanging fruit, or is it all at the top of the tree?
Yeah, I think it's all at the top of the tree.
No, can't think of any quick win. I think the trouble is with affiliate marketing, it is a slow process, isn't it? And if there was a quick way to make money, then we'd all be doing it.
But I mean, that's a pretty relative term because it is quick when you compare it to like a lot of other business models. Like it's not normal for like a new business to be like making profit in the first, like sometimes even like few years.
No,
like they're running on deficits and just like reinvesting everything. So I think people take it for granted sometimes, like the fact that you can just with the cost of hosting, like if you're doing all the content production and you're doing it right, you spend a year writing 2 posts a day, like you could have a pretty valuable asset. That's pretty difficult to do with any sort of brick and mortar.
Yeah. No, I mean it's definitely more quicker than a traditional business, but in terms of quick, I mean, I guess the quicker wins are to find those long tail keywords and try and get some rank going. But if you've got a new site, that can still take a good few months to even get out the Google sandbox. Right. Easy Spaniel Training has got a suggestion that maybe instead of focusing on specific breeds, you could try being a little bit more general and look for subjects that are more dog generic with low competition.
That's true. Those are 2 of my highest posts. I rank number 1, and this brings in the most traffic for why are my male dog's nipples swollen?
Why are my male dog's nipples swollen?
Mastitis is probably the number 1 reason, or so I've been told. I was one of the posts that came with the
You've kind of retrained a little bit as a vet now, have you? I guess you have to.
This sounds bad too, but I prefer cats over dogs.
Oh, but get out of here.
I couldn't. I would have been more excited about a cat site probably. As you can see, though, I have a picture. Like there's dogs in my family. I spend a lot of time around dogs.
Yeah. You got a lovely picture of you and your dog. Stephen says, "Hey FICKS, one thing I've noticed on my blog is that I link out to affiliate products like ClickBank offer you mentioned, but I think a better way is to collect emails and send people via email. But you've said you just can't be bothered with the email."
I think to really do that, you got to do it right. And I just didn't want to put in the time. And all those ClickBank programs, they've had copy written for like emails you can use.
You can just put that through your email software, just blast that out, and money just comes rolling in.
Yeah, I think I had like 20 people sign up. They get the thing, no conversion, so it was more of like a test. I'm like, I'd rather just put that time into more content. Maybe do it when there's like 100,000, if there was ever that many people a month.
Yeah, I think it is hard to build a list. I mean, you really need to have something of value that you can give to people for free in order to take, or not for free, in return for their email address. Which is what I've tried to do with WP Eagle and kind of giving away website templates, that kind of stuff. It works really well. I have been building my list, but still the engagement off the list isn't that great. And now I've got to pay MailChimp a subscription because I've built the list up. But I guess I'll maybe look for another email package. Ron was saying that Active Campaign was his favourite.
Okay, yeah.
You could check out Ron Shell. I don't know if you've seen Ron Stefanski. He makes a lot of money on content sites as well. He's a friend of
Yeah, 1 hour professor, right?
Yeah, that's right. He was on the other week. Lone Wolf says he's on a metal detecting trip with some mates. I hope that goes well. I hope you find some treasure. E-commerce Gold says that he deleted his ClickBank account. It's too spammy. It does have that spammy, scummy feel to it. J5 says use Max Bounty instead of ClickBank. I've not really checked out Max Bounty. What kind of products and services are on there? Does anyone know? Anyone bid on Max Bounty? I've heard it mentioned a few times. That's one that John Cristani mentions quite a bit.
Max Bounty. Is that just...
Josh says there is low hanging fruit everywhere. Of course, Josh. You're a professional fruit picker, though, aren't you? Josh is making a foot bag site. What's a foot bag? Is that like a hacky sack? Like the
Yeah,
thing
it's a
you keep
hacky
around?
sack. I don't know why
Yeah.
he keeps calling. He says hacky sack is trademark, so he can't use that.
I did know what a foot bag was, but it's not a word that I've ever used, I've got to say. No competition on the foot bags. Is there
No.
much money in foot bags? Okay, well, everyone, there you go. There's a free niche for you today from Josh, but he's already on it, so probably best to leave that. If you want to go head to head with Josh, then good luck to you. Another link to Josh's channel by R7, thank you. Stephen asked, foot bag? What the heck is that? I think we've just covered that. Okay, no, I'm a little bit behind on. There's everyone's talking about hacky sacks. I'm behind the curve. Let me catch up. Brummy Rabbit Man says, how is Birmingham, by the way? The north of this country has been locked down at the moment by the government. Alex, what do you get for the membership cost? Not just the hatching egg, is it? Yeah, it kind of is the hatching egg, but you also get your name in green. You also get custom emojis, and now that we're getting a little bit of mass within the membership, I will be doing members only videos and members only streams. So there you go. Worth joining. You can obviously cancel at any time, and it's just a way of supporting the channel. But I will say that Google do take 30% of all of the money. Of course they do, but I might be like Fortnite and take them to court over that. But no, it's fine.
Yeah, I was going to ask, have you ever thought about syncing with Streamlabs? Because then people could donate, but you get 100%.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's how Twitchers do it, and some YouTubers.
Okay, I've never really. Twitch is that's where gamers are. But actually, I was on Twitch the other night, just randomly browsing through it, and the music channel is fantastic. It's like people DJing and playing music from their rooms. If you just fancy a live DJ set or someone doing a bit of live music, it's fantastic. And I think everyone kind of thinks Twitch is a gaming platform, but I think streaming as a kind of broader thing is definitely going to be the next big thing. And you can definitely see that YouTube are trying to up their streaming game, aren't they? A lot more tools and stuff are being added for streaming.
Yeah. I think that just chatting and even IRL streaming is like one of the more popular categories now on Twitch. So people will just have like a camera. All day long, somebody just follows them with a live streaming camera, and they'll be like real life stream snipers that come in. It's like it's like the ultimate reality TV. It's really interesting.
That is proper Truman Show kind of stuff, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Wow. And obviously you stream, and I really enjoy streaming. How do you find streaming? I do 2 a week now, by the way. I do this one and a Thursday afternoon. The Thursday afternoon is a little bit more relaxed, and it's just generally me playing around with something, maybe building a website, doing some keyword research, just chilling out, hanging out with the WP Eagle crew. But yeah, your streams, they're not very regular, are they? They're kind of when you feel like it.
Yeah, there was a regularity to them, especially when COVID happened. I found it like just in that situation, I found it really beneficial. It was an awesome way to like weekly connect with people. It got me really enjoying. I really enjoy streaming. I even did some Twitch gaming streaming. I did that like for a couple months during COVID, and I did like an unlisted one on my YouTube channel. That's like the ideal scenario. People can come on and ask me about blogging while I'm playing video games.
Yeah, what were you playing?
Counter-Strike. I always play Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike. See, I used to play Counter-Strike when it was quite new. When it was just like a Half-Life add-on. And
I've been playing it since then.
Yeah. I used to love the DE Dust. That was the good map. And what was the one with the warehouse?
No, Assault CS _Assault.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. I remember setting up a Counter-Strike server and doing all that kind of stuff. Yeah, Counter-Strike was a great game. Still is, I guess. Still very people play it competitively. You're not at that level yet, are you?
No, but like if I sometimes watch it on YouTube when it shows up. I think it's so cool now when like a game is casted as if it's similar to sport. So there's like casters and like when you understand the game, it's exciting to watch. So I know, there's a few people I used to follow more, so I find it really entertaining.
It's still big business and a big thing. Anyway, we digress. What have we got?
Oh, Phil had a question. He asked it twice, I think. Oh, sorry.
Phil, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, Phil, where are you? Thoughts
Do
as
you
a
do this
DJ?
full time?
Go on, you can read. If you've seen the question, you can read it
Okay.
and answer it yourself. Sorry.
I feel bad because I saw it twice. Do you do this full time or do you have a day job? I do have a day job, but doing this kind of work inspired me to become like self-employed for my day job. So I am kind of I've been doing that for the past over a year. Um, so I do have like a it's pretty I do therapy, so it's when you run that as like a business, it's brick and mortar, but it's not quite. It's pretty low key in terms of what you have to do.
Yeah. So have you been delivering that online currently? Is that,
Yeah, I do
or
it
do you
online,
still
but
meet up with people?
people definitely would like to, when they can, do in person. People are just sick of doing everything online, and like it's convenient, but unless you live alone, like if you have stuff that's like serious that you want to talk to somebody about, you don't really want to do it with the idea that
Yeah,
somebody's
your
out the
partner,
door.
spouse, kids, whatever, mother, father are listening. Yeah, especially when you maybe want to talk about them. It's
Almost
not practical.
certainly want to talk about them.
Yeah, I think it's the perfect career for you though, because you've got a very calming nature. Definitely,
I
and I can
appreciate
see
that.
in therapy. I mean, maybe you should start doing some of those ASMR videos. Have you, where you just
It's
talk?
funny you said that. That became like a joke on our live stream. I started doing them. I did it, and I do it in my videos sometimes. I'll like sip something slowly. I'll go like, because I
Yeah, right up against the mic.
when I yeah, exactly. When I was doing a dog research article, researching for one, there's dog ASMR. So there was a French bulldog, and they just serve it different crunchy things, and the dog just eats in front of the mic. I'm just like,
The dog's loving it. It's
so I could
mad.
do
Yeah,
that.
there are so many on YouTube. There are so many niches that are there ripe for the taking. There's some low hanging fruit. Sue has just clarified what my membership is about. It basically allows you to buy me a beer every month as a way of saying thank you for some of my videos, which is probably a good way of putting it. And I do like beer. Um, okay, we're running out of time. Time is flying tonight. Here we go from Influ Rocket, brand new member. Good to have you on board. Have a little bicycle horn. How do you decide on which affiliate program you'll pick among similar ones? It's always a trade-off between how many you can sell versus the commission per sale. How do you
Yes.
estimate total commission? I mean, that's a good question.
When that Amazon cut happened, I thought, what a great time to do a case study because I wanted to start a new site. So I'm going to start a site where I don't use Amazon at all. I have since been denied from every program I've applied to, especially as a new site. I honestly still think like when you're starting out, unless you, it depends. Like if you have experience, definitely look for like a weird sort of different affiliate program. But if you're brand new to this, I think that's just adding unnecessary like complications and work
It
to
is
do
hard.
that.
You're absolutely right. The hardest thing is getting approved by these other programs. Amazon will
Yes.
approve you, and well, they won't approve you, but they'll let you in straight away, and you can get access to links and all that kind of stuff, and you can start building your site up straight away. These other guys, you apply, you have to jump through a load of hoops, and then you don't hear from them for ages, and then they
Yep.
ultimately reject you, and also the conversion rate of these other sites is not always as good as it. Well, it's definitely not as good as Amazon. So I think for newbies, definitely Amazon is the place to. Then you can start exploring other merchants and other offers. WP Illegal asks, "What's your CS:GO rank?"
I loved how you read that question like just as serious as any
Yeah,
other
what is your CS:GO
other
rank?
questions. So I'm just in like Gold Nova now. I think I'm Gold Nova two. I don't play consistently enough.
Okay, so the whole
Yeah.
thing is like ranked now. That's cool.
Yeah, so that's like somewhere in the middle. I'm like average.
Mm. Well, yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, gold sounds good. I guess you start at bronze, do you?
Silver.
Something.
So the joke
Silver,
is like,
okay.
oh, silver. Yeah. Oh, what a silver.
Yeah. Helen says Amazon still has some good commission rates, and yeah, especially if you go for a few different countries. So, for example, I recently I found a load of commission in my Amazon Canada account because I linked up the one link thing, and I was getting some sales in Amazon Canada. So maybe more of a Canada specific site for yourself might work well.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
There was a question earlier asking how many sites do you have on the go at the moment?
Three and well, I guess one for like for my therapy business. And having said that, if it made it, having spent like all this time learning all this stuff, being able to set up my own website and do local SEO has been uh, really easy because like the competition is like next to nothing.
Okay,
There's like zero competition. So I
that's
have
great.
three. So and all three are public now. So we're yeah. Now I don't have to blur stuff out when I edit videos.
Same on the editing. By
Yeah.
the way, Fix has upped his editing game. I definitely need to up my game. You do a lot of the zoom effects when you're talking. As you say, it's like a proper YouTubers. The big guys, they do all that stuff. I'm really impressed. What are you using to edit, by the way?
Oh, really basic video pad, and now I'm just so used to it.
Yeah, well,
I'm
it does the
very
job. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm nervous to do Premiere. It just feels so out of my league. And yeah, one way of getting there was just like I just started paying more attention to like the type of videos I like watching, what I liked about them, and then trying to like somehow integrate that and put my own little twist on it.
No, it's really good. People definitely go check out the channel if you haven't done so already. I'm sure a lot of people have. Josh says, doesn't the UK drop the amount though out of category? I'm not quite sure what you mean. I don't think they do. I think you still get like different rates for different categories and that kind of stuff on Amazon UK. I know that Josh is very good at promoting stuff that's not Amazon. Amazon is a last resort for him. I don't know, maybe Josh has got some tips on his channel about how to get approved for these other programs.
No, he doesn't. He just says join them. He's missing the crucial step.
Just join them. And well, who wouldn't accept Josh? I don't think. I think everyone would. Helen says she's got a US and UK different niches, but UK is making more commission. Definitely get better rates on the UK commission, but I don't think the conversion rate is as high. I think Amazon is still more popular in America than it is here. Like I went over to my mother's the other day and she'd ordered some new kitchen scales from John Lewis, which is a department store here. I was like, just get them on Amazon. No, never mind. Well, I think we should probably start thinking about wrapping up. I say I've got a call with Ezoic in 25 minutes, so
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want to be late for that. Got plenty of questions to ask them. Um, Thank you for joining me. It's been really useful, and thank you for sharing your site. Just on sharing sites publicly, did you have any fears about that? I mean, you talk to Doug or anyone like that, or Income School. Although Income School have been a bit more generous on sharing sites. You see, they recently picked up a fish keeping site. Carl did a video response on that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so you've got no worries about sharing sites. It wasn't a concern of yours.
No, I can see why some people are. I will just point out that it seems that those who don't share their sites always seem to be doing so well with their sites.
Yeah, that's funny. Maybe
Yeah, I
that's
wonder
the
what's
trick.
going on there. Probably because they don't get any bad SEO because they don't share their sites. Um, I mean, I think I'd be the dog one. I never really know. I don't know. When you get into it, you think like it's also top secret. Like all it takes is like a decent keyword research tool, and you're going to be able to you'll just start coming across like everybody's site. I've come across like probably 24 Project 24 people's sites. I'm sure they're all trying to
Well, I
keep it
just found one
secret.
right now just by googling our Huskies good
There you go.
guard
Yeah.
dog. Well, our Huskies good guard dogs. Easy for me to say. And
I
I
mean, if you're
think,
going to,
especially if you're in a niche like this, like pets or dogs, then it's not a particularly interesting or random niche. I mean, Josh just shared his hacky sack one, which is something that people may not think of straight away. But yeah,
yeah, I think the more specific, if people can come across like a gold mine niche, and like I wouldn't want to share it, and I know some people are doing really well with a very specific type of niche, and I wouldn't share that. If like the niche itself is kind of like a weird discovery that not many people know about, you probably want to keep it a little bit more quiet. But I mean, if
yeah,
you can feel free to copy my site, I'll probably be
yeah. I
copying
think.
your
Well,
site
Josh
right
was
back.
asking, are you selling your pet site, your pet store site?
As soon as possible. I can't wait to. I feel like I need to get it to $1,000 a month before I feel happy. I've had people offer. Somebody was gonna give 7 grand US. It just didn't feel right because now that I keep adding more stuff to it, I've even done some like guest post linking for certain posts, and now I'm putting so much more content on there regularly. It just feels weird to get to it. I feel like I would have to not work on it for a year to then I know like
Yeah,
okay.
I feel the same because well, I had a chat with Empire Flippers regarding my Roofbox website, and they wanted to sell it, and then did all the P&L and stuff, and then they didn't want to sell it because it wasn't making $500 a month for the last 6 months on average. I mean, it's done the last 3 months. It's done more than that. But so I was like, okay, whatever. I'm going to keep it. And now I've just invested a whole load more time and money in more content and some other stuff, which I will obviously be sharing with everyone in the channel. So now I want to kind of hold on to it now so that I can feel the benefit of all that work, which could be, 6 months down the line. I guess that's where you are as well. Yeah. All that stuff. I'd hate to put a load of content, do a load of work, and then sell it, and then 6 months later that kicks in and the site just kind of rockets up. And
I wouldn't be able to stop myself from checking up on it every week.
Go, oh, that article I published is now ranking number 1. Oh. And then you just have to go and kill yourself or whatever. It'd be terrible. So you have to hold it once you've done that work. And I was kind of winding down actually before I spoke to Empire Flippers. I'd not added any content for a good few months, so I was kind of feeling ready to sell. But when they said no, we're not interested, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to keep working on it. Although to be fair, since then I've spoken to a few people that have sold sites, and a lot of people seem to sell them just like in Facebook groups and stuff like that. So they don't have to pay the 15% brokerage fee that you have to pay to Empire Flippers and other companies. And also companies like that, they want you to sign an exclusivity with them. So if you list your site, you can't sell it with anyone else for like 6 months.
Yeah.
Very restrictive.
Yeah.
But the Lone Wolf asks, how long are you streaming for? Well, I'm going to stream for another 5 minutes just as we wrap it up. So if you've got any last questions for FICKS, we're about to call it. What time is it for you? About 1 o'clock, is it?
No, 4:40 p.m.
4:40. Okay.
p.m. Yeah.
Mark asks, do you enjoy making YouTube stuff, or is it just a necessity?
Oh, I really enjoy it. And you start to find out what type of stuff you do enjoy. I don't like doing certain kinds of tutorial style videos. I don't think I'm good at them, and then I think that's what comes through. Like because I'm like critical of myself doing it, I don't enjoy it. Like I don't feel good about putting out the video. So I think it's easy to make content that you don't enjoy because you think you should make it. It's a little bit harder to like pick through it and figure out or arrive at a place where like you start making things.
That's a great tip. And I actually, when I searched through Skype, I typed your name in just to find you, and it pulled up a couple of conversations. One that I had with Amelia, who I know you know very well, and it was like a message that she sent a couple of years back, and I think she said that you were going to do less YouTube stuff, but I guess that's not been the case. I think, and I'm guilty of this as well, making videos that you think you need to make rather than making videos that you want to make or that you enjoy making. And I think it's dangerous to do that, to create these videos, because I look at other channels and I think, oh, I need to make a video like they do, or like someone else does.
Yeah, that's sorry, go ahead.
Go on, carry on.
I think that's one of the most difficult aspects of YouTube it's so unlike, people feel like they're competing against each other. You graduate from school, you're competing against jobs, but when you're on YouTube and like you literally see like the world, it's so easy to get like sucked into like, oh crap, like this person makes such better videos, and like why are they doing so good, and like what happened last week, why isn't this getting views? It's like it's really easy to be more critical like of yourself and the work you're trying to do compared to like other stuff, because it's just so open.
And it's so easy to compare yourself when you've got so many metrics coming at you and all that kind of stuff. And but I kind of thought this last night, I'm going to try and make more content that I enjoy doing, that maybe is more me, because at the end of the day, that's what makes your channel what it is, isn't it? It's you're unique, so don't try and be like other YouTubers, just try and be yourself and create the kind of content that you want to do, and that should do fine. Raja says, hi both you, great, love you. I need to know how I can be able to find some low competition niche for my Amazon affiliate blog website.
That's just going to take a lot of searching.
Yeah, you got to keep searching.
I mean, it's now I've become so accustomed to using certain kinds of tools. I would find it hard not to use a tool, even though they're not. I know deep down, like it's not the guarantee. I guess I don't know. It's just searching endlessly until you start noticing what's going on the SERPs on page 1. Like if there's just like dead sites, easy old sites.
You can do it on Google, or if you can start from Amazon, just dive deep within their product categories, get kind of right deep inside that, and you'll find some products that you never even thought of, and that look kind of nichey. They're like quite specific about a particular thing. then once you find some of those, then go over to Google and start doing kind of like the alphabet soup approach, just typing in the product and then a letter and seeing what Google suggests comes up, and see if people are looking for help to buy that particular product, and then you might have stumbled across it and see what other kind of affiliate sites are coming up.
Yeah. And ultimately, it's think of it as like people have problems, and how are the solutions out there right now? And like so, like applying that sort of logic to the dog site, there's already really good solutions out there. So I'm just competing for competition's sake with that kind of niche, like when it's as broad as dog. But I mean, yeah, there's like, are there awesome solutions for trampolines with hoops? That's the next keyword. That's the keyword of. And 20,000 search.
Yeah, trampolines with hoops. Really? With my recent site, the wheelbarrow one, that's what I found. I mean, I went into Garden Outdoors because that's got a higher level of commission on Amazon. Found wheelbarrows, headed over to Google, started doing some wheelbarrow related searches, and it turned out there was a lot of people looking for help with wheelbarrows. They wanted to know the best wheelbarrow to carry logs, the best wheelbarrow if you've got a bad back, the best wheelbarrow if you're, whatever, want to go up a hill, and the electronic wheelbarrows and all that kind of stuff. And there wasn't a lot of content coming up that was that relevant, so it was a goer. I mean, the site's not done anything yet, and there isn't a great deal of money in a push-along wheelbarrow, but who knows? And it was similar with the roof boxes as well. I mean, I just I wanted a roof box at the time, but then when I started looking on Google, doing some searches, a lot of people searching for very specific things. Best roof box for a BMW 3 Series. And again, the kind of sites that were coming up were either just e-commerce sites with very vague mentions of the car or whatever people were searching for. There wasn't really any content, so it just showed to be an opportunity. So yeah, in answer to your question, you just need to keep looking and keep searching, and you'll know when you find something that might work for you. Stephen says, I thought you could sell your site to someone in your community. Well, I could, Stephen. That might be what I should do first, is open it up to you guys when I'm ready to sell. Influ Rocket says, I've created a tool for finding low competition Amazon niche. Search for Influ Rocket niche keyword finder. It gives you details on the overall niche and its keyword from the niche. Well, we'd definitely check that out. Influ Rocket, why don't you drop me an email, actually? I'm going to put my email address up now. That sounds very interesting. And as you're a WP Eagle member, I'm more than happy to talk to you about that. And maybe you could send me your software and I might be able to give it a try in a video. Right, we're going to go for 2 more minutes quickly. Walt says, Moz, SEMrush, or SpyFu, what's the best? Do you believe it's what do you believe is the best value in a keyword tool? Well, I think Fix has already said which keyword tool he likes the best.
Yeah, I went with Keyword Finder. I forget. I think I was watching somebody and they were using it, and I thought that seemed good. I checked it out. I didn't realize a lot of these keyword tools are extremely expensive. Like, I like the SEMrush, the free stuff I can do with it, but I would like to use it, but it's like $100 a month. I think Ahrefs is around there or even more.
I mean, they're powerful tools, but again, to get the value from that is going to be hard.
Yeah, especially unless you're
one site. If you've got 10, 50, then you're creating new sites every month, maybe.
Yeah. So Keyword Finder was like $500 for the year, I think. Something like that.
It's still quite a lot. I mean, whether you need a keyword tool, I don't know. You can get a lot of stuff off Google and just...
you don't. Yeah, you don't. No, it's just like it's just like I don't know. It's convenience.
Question here from Zolkanon. I do apologise if I mispronounce your name. Can we copy privacy policy or terms and conditions from other affiliate websites using our own brand or company name?
I wouldn't. I mean, that's a legal thing. Really, you should be consulting. Like Chris Nishifari has done a few of these, and he's had to dive more into the legal aspect of blogging. Because you can absolutely, there have been cases where bloggers get sued because of the recommendation they made, they argue caused some sort of accident. So if you're recommending something to do with like health and safety and somebody gets messed up from it, they can come after you legally. So under that guise, I don't think it's a good idea to just copy that kind of stuff. Yeah, there's been cases.
That's in America, surely.
So let's just hope. There's a lot of people driving around with WP Eagle recommended roof boxes.
Yeah, one of them.
Let's hope it goes smooth. Let's hope it goes smooth.
causes a mass pile up on the motorway. Yeah.
Well, who recommended this to you?
This box does not fit this car. Oh God, yeah, I can see it coming now. I have noticed on a couple of affiliate blogs actually they have a little disclaimer next to their affiliate disclaimer that says the advice here is just advice. You know, take it or leave it. If you follow it, it's not our fault if something goes wrong. Maybe that's enough. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the only, I guess, the best answer is consult a legal professional. I paid for my like terms and privacy policy. I just used it like termsgenerator.com. I just
There's
felt
plenty
a
of tools.
little
I use
bad.
Bender, and there's another one that I use for terms. But yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
The
Chris
more
has
you
actually
start
just popped up.
making, oh, there he is. He must have some sort of like bot going like, oh, they're mentioning you, Chris.
Yeah, he's just listening. He's got a background. So
Oh,
if you
nice.
Google Casper versus Sleepopolis, then you'll see the court case where they. How do they? What can go wrong with a mattress though? I wonder. What on earth happened there?
It could even be like the fireproofing on it. You could argue it gave you back pain because that's really hard to disprove.
Mm.
Yeah.
Phil says legal terms and privacy policies are not copyrightable. It's totally fine to use them, but best to personalise for your site. I mean, the only trouble is that if you copy a terms and conditions and it doesn't, or a privacy policy doesn't quite cover you properly, you could leave yourself exposed.
Yeah, it's just it's not a guarantee.
Mm. But anyway, I think we should wrap up. Thank you very much, Fix, for joining me. Everyone, go check
Thanks
out
for having me
Fix's
on.
channel. There is a link in the description, and go check out his dog site. I'm sure he'd love to see you on there. And if you've got any thoughts, drop him an email.
Absolutely.
But yeah, thank you, Eagles, and thank you, Fix, for joining me. Is there any
Thank
parting words, any parting advice, or anything you'd like to say before we wrap up?
No, thanks very much for having me on and taking a look at that. I think, yeah, moving forward, it just due to like the low commissions, I think it's probably going to move more towards an ad-based site. And there's like a few things I'm going to try and fix up on there. Next week I'll be thinking about selling it, and the week after I'll be working hard on it.
Yeah, if the commission and the revenue goes up, then
We'll see. Yeah.
So someone says, give us a wow. What is a wow?
Oh, that's something I used to do. Wow, on some of my videos, especially in the beginning. It was like my first time trying to like include like a joke. So when I would announce like, oh, I made this much this month, I would have like a meme like Owen Wilson come up like, wow. And then some people really liked it, and then it split the channel in half. Like when I had like 700 people, they're like, stop using the wow. And then the other people are like, no, keep the wows.
I think you should keep the wows. I think it's good to have a little catchphrase.
Yeah.
I don't know. Mine's turned into just my intro where I go, eh. I don't know what the just
put that in a video, a t-shirt, just a whole bunch of, and then and at the end.
This t-shirt. All right, thanks all. I'm gonna do a little transition and just stay on the line, and I'll speak to you in a minute.
Sounds good.
Well, that was fun. I hope you all enjoyed that. Do go check out Fix's channel. Thank you all for your comments and your questions, and keep them coming. I'm going to have some more guests coming on live stream soon. People that are brave enough, like Fix, to do this thing live. Others just want to do recording, but that's fine too. By the way, did you see the video I put up yesterday with Mo? Very interesting video. Had a chat with Mo. He is down in London. He picked up a pet-related site as well. I think again from Income School, somewhere like, no, it's actually a Facebook group, to tell a lie, and he was able to flip that up to 24,000, something like that. So do go check out that video. He shares basically everything that he did on the site, and for those of you thinking about flipping a site, you might find it useful. If we could tolerate that running, what's wrong with the horn, Sue? Well, we can lose the horn. Helen loves the horn. But yeah, I do need some more sounds. I like the glockenspiel. But yeah, tell you what, for next week I will get some new sound effects. Do email me any sound effects suggestions you might have, and I'll see what I can do. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I've got a call with Zoic. I will of course let you know how that goes. I've got a video for you hopefully tomorrow. I've just got to do the edit on it, and yeah, I'll share that with you. It's basically about internal linking within your site, so good for SEO. I know I haven't done an update on Best Roof Box tonight, but there's not a lot to report. Basically, it's still doing okay. I think it's still going to do around $1,000 commission this month. Traffic is kind of leveling out a little bit. It's not in decline anymore. So yeah, I'll give you a full update. Obviously, at the end of the month, I have been investing a lot in more content. So yeah, full update for you on that at the end of the month, and I'll probably do an update next week in the stream as well. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Steve. And of course, thank you, Sue and Helen and all the other WP Eaglers. And welcome to my new members as well. I'll speak to you all soon. So let's do the countdown, if I can. 5, 4, 3, 2. What? Yeah, cool with these, aren't you, Helen? I know. 1. Bye-bye. I couldn't find the button. Here we go.